What's up, wave makers? It's me, Mommy Suna.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
If you hear cute little jingling noises in the background, Griffin is in a little chair playing with little toys that make jingling noises because I couldn't get him to go to sleep. That's the mom life. Oh my god, I didn't put... People always get so mad at me when I don't put things in my ears. You needn't look at my cat butthole ears any longer. Before we get started, while I put these things in my ears, can you do me a little bit of a flavor? Do me a favor, please. I've been meaning to bring this up for like months because every single time I post a video, I get comments of people like, oh my god, I got unsubscribed from you. And I'm not trying to be that guy being like, like and subscribe, but no, seriously, even some of my patrons have told me like, hey, just so you know, YouTube unsubscribed me from you. It's like, but you're my patron. Just go ahead and check and make sure that YouTube didn't unsubscribe me from this channel. And if you've never been subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Just do it. I actually, as I'm filming this today, I just hit 40,000 subscribers, which I wanted to hit by the end of 2020, but things just, they happen. But that's okay, here we are. Thank you very much for all of you guys here. I'm glad that despite the fact that my motherhood has pretty much taken over this channel, that you guys are still here. So thank you, I appreciate it so much. Now, let's get into the memes. And the memes this week are gonna come from a Facebook group because honestly, and you know, Reddit's great. Don't get me wrong, Reddit's great. But it's just been getting a little repetitive. And I wanted to scroll through the Sounds Like MLM But Okay group, which has 208,000 members in it. So it's got a good amount of content. And also, I believe they have a podcast. I don't think it's super active right now. Check them out if you're on Facebook. Join this group because it's got some good stuff. And hopefully we don't get too repetitive. Yay, all the baby tsunamis are here. All right, cool. All right, the first post this week just says, a friend of mine who is an income tax auditor sent this to me from work. Huns, please take note. Ooh, this is from Scentsy. Public service announcement. Please don't attach an air freshener to your tax return, as this is legally considered a bribe and not the time nor place to market your MLM business. Oh my god.
What?
People are desperate, Sparrow. Unbelievable. I mean, no, you know what? Not unbelievable. I believe it wholeheartedly. This does not surprise me at all. I'm sure they weren't doing it to bribe a tax professional. They certainly were at least trying to profit off of it in one way or another. When MLM distributors give away free product, they're never doing it with no hidden intentions, you know? They're doing it because, you know, I'm gonna give my tax lady this air freshener and she's gonna love it so much that she's gonna be forced to hit me up and ask me for more in the future. That's what they're thinking. It's never a thank you so much for doing my taxes for me. No, that's not what it is. This is just tacky and funny though. Like honestly, it is funny because it's just so desperate. This is actually back from January. So I think how Facebook works is that it's just like giving me the most popular posts. So if there are people still commenting on this post, that's why it keeps getting bumped to the top. Anyway, it's from January, but I'll read it anyway. This seems to be a personal story about losing actual friendship from MLMs, which is always really sad to hear when it happens. This says, has anyone legit lost an actual friendship over an MLM? My worst experience was with Stella and Dot. I had a pretty good friend through a mom's group who invited me to a trunk show. I liked a lot of the stuff, but at the time my finances were a mess. I was a stay-at-home mom and my ex-husband was militantly controlling our finances. You're not really working, so you have to run all your purchases through me because it's my money. I wasn't in a position to spend $150 on a necklace because I was more afraid of my ex's reaction. I told her I would think about it. 2 days later, I got a nasty message about she had fed me, provided childcare, and I drank her wine, so I owed her a sale. She raged about how this was her business and her life, and that I was one of those leeches that the business tells her to stay away from, and how I had taught her to be very careful about who she allowed to join her trunk shows. Funny enough, a few years later, out of the blue, she had apparently gotten over it because she tried to recruit me as a consultant after I was laid off. Guess she forgot what a raging bitch she had been. Oh my glob. Okay, so my first thought is $150 on an MLM necklace. I don't know anything about, did she say the Stella and Dot? Yeah, I don't know anything about that company, but that's a lot. That's a lot of money to spend on one freaking necklace. But also, since when can no one just be a gracious giver out of the kindness of their heart? Why all of a sudden does it have to be, you drank my wine, so now you owe me? The person who made this post said she was a raging bitch, and I think that's putting it lightly. How's this for mom life? but I think what her mission was probably to guilt her, to like not expect to have a reaction like, all right, well, fuck you then. It was probably just like, I've done so much for this girl, and if she thinks that she's gonna lose me as a friend, maybe she'll be willing to, you know, it's like a oh, look at that, manipulation. Never heard of that before in an MLM. Not like we ever talk about that ever. Seriously though, and then it came back to bite her in the ass. A few years later, she slid into her DMs to try to recruit her as a consultant. So like, what does that go to show you, you know? It goes to show that she's been in it and been drinking the Kool-Aid hardcore for multiple years. It's like, she's literally at this point, she's dedicated her life to Stella and Dot. Doesn't care about whatever friendship she ruins. Doesn't give a shit. No big deal. Just as long as she gets her sales and gets her recruits. This lady, like, should not have even continued to be able to be in contact with this person, you know? If I were this person, I would have blocked the shit out of them to never hear from them again. That is just shitty behavior. This person already is like the bigger person by not completely shutting her out of her life. Like, I think that says a lot about a person when you're willing to like be like, okay, this person clearly is gonna need my help and support someday down the line when her MLM business doesn't work out for her. Baby sir, baby sir. He's a baby sir, the baby sir. Did you spit up on me? No. Okay, baby sir. And if you're part of this group on Facebook, you can probably go and read the comments on this post. I can imagine that's why it's so close to the top, because I bet a bunch of people are like also have the same experience or similar experiences to this person. And they're just story after story of people who have lost friends due to MLMs. It's sad. Okay, I've got a griffin right there. I put something on the TV for him to watch, even though there's no sound. And we'll see how long this lasts. Mom of the year. Anyway, where were we? Please enjoy this video of the text I've received from a girl I knew in high school who's been trying to sell me Arbonne for almost 2 years. Oh my god. Holy shit. I am just gonna let... Oh my god. Now, normally I would have the Hun voice just read all of this, but you guys, this is so much, it would take up so much time. So I'm gonna just let it scroll on the screen. And I think we all get the idea. I feel like I've never seen this many messages from a Hun all in one place. Like, we've seen a few as like, oh, look at how desperate this girl is. She's tried to reach out to me like 5 times over the past 2 years. No, this person? Oh my god. At what point do you just stop? At what point do you say, I don't think I'm gonna get an answer from this person? I guess at this point, like, you've already gone this far, and you can say like, I've got nothing to lose at this point. She hasn't responded to me for 5 years, good or bad, so I guess I'll just keep sending. What the hell? That is wild. It almost makes me sad that there are people that are just this desperate. That's not what she asked for, Hun. Looking for makeup storage ideas. I have an organizer, but it isn't serving my needs. I have lots of eyeshadow palettes and brushes, almost no lipsticks. I'm a visual learner, so if you have a pic of your setup, that would be a big help. Thank you on advance.
Just wondering, how many palettes do you have? I'm a Mary Kay consultant and would love to do a shake up your make routine with you.
A shake up your make routine. What? You want to shake up my what? Doesn't matter if it's off topic, as long as there's a chance that you can get a sale out of it. Oh my god, this person. Dude, my hair is like greasy today. I need to wash it. Listen, PSA, if you have colored hair, you can't just wash your hair every day. I mean, you shouldn't wash your hair every day anyway, but I'm getting a little greasy. Anyway, yeah, desperation. This is the desperation episode, everybody. I knew this belonged here.
Pop out a baby, and then hop on the Arbonne training call. Goals.
That's my girl. No excuses. This girl popped out a baby 12 hours ago and still making time for her business. Excuses are the nails to build a house of failure.
Ew. Ew. I hate seeing posts like this. Dude. Now, I'm obviously not exactly the right person to speak on this because I literally filmed a video 5 days postpartum with Griffin. But I mean, this chick is still in the hospital. It's like, could you imagine if I was just like so desperate to work that I filmed an MLM memes and makeup Monday video from my hospital bed? I hate this. And it sets an expectation, you know? It's like, if you're not doing this, then what are you doing? You're not committed to your business. It's like, oh my god, it's just stupid. Today, as I'm filming this, I released my last video, so it's Thursday. You guys just watched the video where I was reviewing that Scentsy Hun who got attacked on TikTok. And so many of you, like, I'm not even kidding. If I just saw this once, I'd be like, meh. But so many of you guys wanted me to try to do like a half eyebrow yellow, so I'm gonna try to do it today just for funsies. Now don't judge me. I know I could probably do it with eyeshadow, but one of you guys sent me a bunch of unique makeup, and I still have this like gold eyeliner that I feel like matches my hair color really well, so I was gonna try to do the tails with this. What are you sucking on, sir? You sucking on your hand? Anyway, yeah, can we not set unrealistic expectations like that for mothers? Whoa, okay, this isn't doing what I thought it was going to do. Maybe I should go try to find some yellow eyeliner. Or eyeliner, I mean eyeshadow. Yeah, this is, it's more like a shiny gold and not like a pigment gold. Don't judge me. When you guys send me MLM makeup, I throw a lot of it away because a lot of it's bad. But I would be lying if I didn't keep the stuff that I liked. I always say I don't think all MLM products are bad. Let me go see if I can find a yellow eyeshadow.
You have any good time?
Okay, I have this Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. It looks like shit because Sparrow stuck her fingers in it when she was little. Yeah, this eyeshadow palette's kind of old, but it has this one, so we'll use that.
Oh, I'm a mess right now, all the time.
What song is that? I mean, I know it's called I'm a Mess, but I can't remember who it's by or anything. All right, let's try this yellow eyebrow thing while we talk about the next post. I want to try to make money off the millions of invites I get from MLMers. This is what I got so far, but I'm not good with wording. Can anybody help me word this better? I don't know if I'll actually be brave enough to respond to message with this. LOL. I'm glad you messaged me. I actually own a business that helps market these types of companies for people. Here's a list of my prices. Let me know if you're interested. Join a group, $5. Attend a party, $10. Be interactive, $15. Make a post, $20. Host a party, $30. Message my friends, $100. Holy shit. First of all, I think it's written very well. I don't know how I feel about this. Are you getting bored of your show, sir?
Why do you always get mad every time I start doing my eyebrows?
I need my right hand. There you go. Struck on the boob. Great. Where were we? I like how they put the highest priced item messaging their friends, because let's be honest, the relationships that we have with our friends really should be more valuable to us. It seems like when you join an MLM, it's just like nothing is valuable anymore, you know? Is nothing sacred anymore? Okay, this is actually kind of fun. I wasn't sure about it at first. I don't know if it's something I'd do every day, but it's fun. Oh, that I'm a Mess song was by Ed Sheeran. I remember now. Anyway, we've seen posts like this pretty frequently of people being like, here's a good way to respond to the Huns, and even the idea of perhaps monetizing or, you know, joking about monetizing this kind of stuff.
And it's super silly.
But I think this is well written, and I would actually like to see someone use this on a Hun because I think hilarity would absolutely ensue. This seems to be another like experience with losing friends. This is from like 10 years ago or so, but I had a friend who did Mary Kay. Weird rule is that you had to wear a red blazer, no idea if that's changed, when selling the products in public. They also encouraged her to buy a huge set of products to keep as samples and to only wear and use Mary Kay products. She used me to practice on for an interview with her team leader or whatever they call the person above you. This was an interview on recruiting people. I also attended a meeting where they had guests attend. Everyone won a free item, and then they literally had all the guests stand up on the front of the room and tell everyone why they would like to have the opportunity to work with Mary Kay. One of the leaders, she had a pink car, so she must have had a lot under her, then went on to say she loves the company because she likes to work with cancer patients to make them feel beautiful again. I'm really hoping that it wasn't in a greedy, I'm gonna recruit you or pressure you to buy way, but who knows. The team leader also would get mad when my friend didn't make sales and left out information on how poor sales would affect her discount. Not even bad sales, but if they weren't done in the right time period. She obtained a lot of debt doing this. Holy shit, there's a lot to unpack here. Obviously 10 years ago, so telling this story, any Mary Kay Hun would be like,
I don't know about 10 years ago, but we're not this way now.
except like we hear stories all the time that's like, oh yeah, they're still that way. Okay, the red blazer thing, I don't think I've ever seen a Mary Kay Hun in a red blazer. Maybe that's just like the team, whoever this team leader was trying to like give everyone kind of like a uniform, if that makes sense. But why a red blazer? Like you would think at least like a pink one or something? Like that's more on brand with Mary Kay than red. Like what the fuck? And what is this, 1987? Like come on. Encouraged her to buy a huge set of products to keep as samples. Yes, Lime Life did this to me as well. Did you poop, sir? Oh my god. Sir! Let's finish this post and then I'll change your but okay. I've talked about a lot how Lime Life, when I was with them, they would sell out a foundation like all the time. Basically, they'd sell out all of the light shades really fast, but sometimes, you know, they'd still have some of the dark shades sitting around. And there were conversations where uplines would be like, oh, just buy whatever shades you can so you can make a kit and you can give them out as samples when people are interested. And while I see where they're coming from in that mentality, that is so predatory. Each one of those foundations I think was like $40 or like maybe $30 after the discounts and stuff. Oh my god, sir, your poopy pants smell so stinky. I don't know how many shades they had, but if they were really honestly expecting you that every time they came out or restocked their foundation shades to just snatch it up and buy it for yourself so you could have samples, oh my god. Yeah, that is extremely predatory and awful, and it's not surprising to me that Mary Kay was doing the same thing. Let's take a break and go change your butt, huh? Okay, where were we again? Okay, and then there's the whole thing that's like, only use Mary Kay products. Like I mentioned a lot, you gotta be the product of the product. You can't just sell products that you don't use. No one's gonna wanna buy them from you if you yourself don't use them. The idea of going to a freaking meeting and then being forced to stand in front of everyone and say that you want to work with Mary Kay, as if it's like an interview, like a job interview, like you're gonna pick out who gets to be part of the opportunity. What happens if you get up there and you're just like, I actually don't want to work with Mary Kay at all. I'm just trying to be a supportive friend. Could you imagine the talking to you'd get? And then like, I don't think I even need to say how gross it is for her to say, this is my favorite part of the job. I like to work with cancer patients and make them feel beautiful again. As if having no hair from chemotherapy means that you're not allowed to feel beautiful at all. Or having no hair in general. To imply that a cancer patient can't feel beautiful is just sick, and not in the good way. The whole thing about her getting mad that someone on her team isn't making enough sales, like that's like some manager ass behavior, you know? And you're not a manager. Like you don't have a boss above you threatening to fire you if you don't make your sales, you know? This is not the same thing. It's so meta. Like if you're in an MLM, you really don't have room to get all pissy about that kind of stuff. All right, let's move on. Seen in the review section on Ulta. So subtle.
Love it. My hair dries in less than half the time without using it. I wish it smoothed and calmed my hair as much as Monate Air Dry Cream did is all. Will purchase again.
What the fuck? I don't think this is a situation where making a comment like this is gonna get you a sale. If you happen to find a single person who saw your review and said, I wanna try whatever she's talking about, how are you gonna contact that person? What are you gonna do? Look them up on Facebook? Like, I don't know. I'm so confused. What is the point of this? Is it a situation? And it probably is, honestly. Is it a situation where this person has just sold their soul so hard to Monet that they're at the point where they can't even leave a review on Ulta without bringing Monet into it? See, that's what I'm saying. So many of these people are just like so far gone. Yikes, it's a 2-for-1 deal.
I don't have a paparazzi or iris addiction at all.
Oh my god. I don't know what iris is. Seems to be another jewelry MLM. Would that be against like paparazzi policy and then like whatever the fuck iris is? Wouldn't that be against their policy too? Like you're literally selling for their competitor and them at the same time. Like you can't do that. I don't know, maybe you can. I can't imagine that MLMs would be okay with that though. Well, I don't know, as long as you're making sales, but then they'd probably be like, why can't you just make sales just for us? Why you have to split your efforts, you know? And also that's like probably thousands of dollars worth of inventory. Freaking great job. Good luck selling all of it, I guess. Oh my gosh, this bums me out so hard. I'm aimlessly scrolling through Facebook Marketplace and this giant garage full of Pampered Chef comes across my feed. How much was this stuff all originally purchased for? And all because his upline convinced him he needed a garage full of inventory, so he can now sell it for pennies on the dollar. Worst financial investment of your life. Join an MLM.
Hi. All unused and in the box Pampered Chef items. Prices are listed and negotiable. Please check the link for details. Large inventory that I would like to move as soon as possible. You will have to copy and paste the link for it to work, or I will send directly to you if you message me. Sorry.
Holy shit. I thought the last one was bad with how much inventory they had. Woo! Because I'm pretty sure Pampered Chef is like extremely overpriced. I mean, this post says that their upline convinced them that they needed to do this. I mean, I don't see the proof of that. Are we just assuming? I mean, yeah, it's quite possible that that's what happened, but it's also entirely possible that he just did this on his own volition. That is so much fucking stuff. Oh my gosh. And this is one of those situations where, like, I hope you break even, bud. Good luck. But I guess depending on how much he's selling it for, he seems pretty desperate to get rid of it. So just a sad display of what happens when you invest in an MLM. It finally happened to me. I never got MLM'd in person before. Got this in my post box of my apartment building. I don't know what's crazier. This woman named her business after the floor she lives on, and she just recently moved in there, or that she's introducing herself to the building by immediately making more enemies than friends. Good thing she has a pic of herself on the card so I know who to avoid. What MLM is this? Oh, the Body Shop. Is this person in the United States? Oh no, she's in London. I was gonna say, I don't think that the Body Shop is in the United States yet with their pyramid structure. Or like, I think maybe it used to be and then it just was a retail shop and it still is just retail, but I don't know, maybe they'll make their way back to the United States again. Either way, like, wow, yeah, what a great idea. Maybe that's why she had to move, because her last apartment complex, she went and tried to do this shit and they were like, we don't want your kind here. And she's like, I guess it's time to move. Maybe she just sold so much to those people that they just weren't buying from her anymore and she decided to just uproot her whole life and try somewhere else. Answered a silly question on a friend's page and it was all a setup for his friend to send me this. I'm hoping he didn't know that's what she was doing.
Hey there. I will enter your name in our next giveaway once you post this below to your Facebook page and tag me in it, and I'll do the rest. Who of my friends loves coffee and would want to drink a cup every morning to lose 10 to 20 pounds?
Is that the question they responded to? Is the whole like, who loves coffee and wants to lose weight? Come on. You had to have known that there was a setup there if that's a question you were answering. I fell for this once back in the day. I don't think it was with coffee. I don't know. It was just like one of those things, like, I think it was for an It Works Hun. And she was like, hey, if you make any sales after posting this, I'll give you like 20% of it or something like that. Like, she was straight up offering to give me money, and I don't think I realized what it was, and so I posted it on my Facebook and all these people were like, Savannah, did you get hacked? I think this was after I left Lime Life, but before I was anti-MLM. Like, because I obviously didn't really know what It Works was. But yeah, I feel like at this point, like, when they do this, they literally just have to bank on people just not knowing what's going on. That's the only way that they can succeed with this tactic, is if no one else even knows what's happening. I remember at some point reading about how the whole earning a car as a Mon 8 Hun is a scam, but I can't find that info. My brother's friend is getting deeper into Mon 8 and posting about her goals for getting the car. Anyone have resources about why that's a bad idea? I'm sure someone has answered this. There's 358 comments on this post. But hey, since we're here, let's explain what happens when you quote unquote earn a car with these multi-level marketing companies. What happens is the car bonus they give you is actually just another cash bonus. They call it a car bonus because they expect you to use that bonus towards buying a car, which in particular has to be branded with their like company logo or the company name or something like that. Like, it's a requirement if you're going to accept this car bonus and buy a car with it, which again, they strongly recommend. But it is not the company buying a car for you. You go out and you lease the car or buy the car or put the loan under your name and you make the payments yourself using the bonus they gave you. So for example, if they give you a $500 car bonus, they're expecting you to buy a car that you can make $500 monthly payments towards. Again, you are the one making the payments, not Mon 8 or whatever company. It all generally works the same. The reason this is a bad thing is that if you lose your rank, meaning if you don't make enough sales or recruits or whatever it is, if your team isn't working the way it is supposed to in order to maintain your car bonus, it goes bye-bye. Meaning Mon 8 will stop giving you that $500 a month or whatever it is. Meaning you are now stuck making the payments on that car yourself. And you know, we often will see people either, you know, like cheating the system to maintain their rank or making whatever sales they need to keep that rank out of their own pockets, which often amounts to more money spent than what it would cost to pay that car payment yourself. Or, you know, it can get repoed. So that's why it's a dangerous thing. It is not a free car. It's a car that you are paying for using a bonus that your company is giving you, which is dependent on maintaining your rank. Does that make sense? So it ain't cool. It's a pretty risky situation. Not to mention, you know, this poor person's friend who's all sitting there like, I can't wait to get my car, it's my dream, blah, blah, blah. Most people never get it. It's usually literally the top 1% of the company. And a lot of these companies have like levels of the car bonus. So you might rank up to like the first tier of the car bonus and it might only be like $200 a month, 250 or something. And then when you rank up again, they'll bump that up to 400, 500 or whatever. I guess I've always wondered, at that point, do you trade that car in and then get a more expensive one? Like if you have a more expensive car bonus or a more lucrative one or whatever you would call it? I guess so, huh? Because the idea is that the company wants you to have essentially a physical representation of how successful you are. Successful. It's something that you can literally show off and be like,
Baby sir, I'm almost done, please. Please, baby sir, please.
but they want you to be able to be like, look at what Monat gave me. This is what my involvement in Monat has turned into. It's been talked about a lot at this point, so I think most people kind of generally know how it works, but there are some new people here on this channel, and yeah, that's how it works. Let me throw on some lipstick real fast, and then I will read off my patrons and my members. And hey, if you want to be part of the list I'm about to read, be able to join our Discord server, maybe even join our postcard club every month, anything like that, you can do that by going to patreon.com/SavannahMarie, or you can join my YouTube memberships down below. Both the same perks, both the same price, just whatever platform works best for you, whatever you want to do. It's pretty much the best way you can support me, but also I just love the community we have going on the Discord server, and just in general, you guys, it's just such a loving, happy place. So the biggest thank you in the whole wide world goes to Jerry Duncan, Samantha Jackson, Evan Adler, Eve Blondo, Laura Lynn Martin, Karina Winman, Daniel Urena, Maria Burchett, April Lindblom, Tuesday the 13th, Amanda McMahon, Justin Kelsey, E. Higgins, Erica Louder-Craddock, Molly Wasilewski, Boris Geller, Meredith Nakata, Rachel McHenry, Kim Cartwright, Maddie Darley, Kelly Creffield, Katrina Rosemarick, Elizabeth Wyatt, and Julia Nieberdowski. And to the rest of my fabulous patrons and members, thank you so much for being here and for being you. Don't forget to check and make sure you're subscribed to this channel too. Like I mentioned earlier, like if you haven't done it yet, just make sure that you're subscribed so YouTube isn't kicking y'all off again. We got a CP baby. Oh my goodness. Don't forget, I'm starting to do live streams now every Friday night, so if you have an MLM horror story you want me to read or something you want me to go over, go ahead and send it to me in an Instagram DM. I will be in my DMs and going through them and finding which ones I want to read on stream and all that, so go ahead and get those to me if you have them. That's it. So, keep making waves, babes. I'll smell you all later. Mommy Tsunami and the CP Tsunami out.